Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Friday, February 26th, at 3:25 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 708 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Trump lost because character counts, that's why his CPAC speech won't change anything. CPAC 2021, Live, gold Trump statue unveiled as Republican summit branded Woodstock for election liars. Op Silent Viper, how an Indian rape suspect was caught after 22 years. Newly confirmed Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm is obsessed with creating clean energy jobs. Husband of Hitler quoting GOP Congresswoman parked his militia sticker truck outside Capitol January 6. Biden News, Live, President approves airstrike in Syria as police fear plot to blow up Capitol during SO2. North Korea, Russian diplomat leave by hand-pushed trolley. Journalist Tim O'Brien, who's seen Trump's taxes, thinks Trump's accountant will now flip in DA inquiry. While President Biden visits storm-torn Texas, Senator Ted Cruz will be giving a speech on cancel culture in Florida. Former U.S. gymnastics coach dies by suicide after sex crime charges filed in Michigan. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. The suicide of the ex-USA gymnastics coach who faced abuse charges was an escape from justice, former gymnast says, CNN. New surveillance video shows the horrific attack on Lady Gaga's dog walker, CNN. European leaders double down on need to speed up vaccination program, CNBC. Another COVID-19 surge hangs in the balance. This is how experts say we keep it from becoming reality, CNN. Pelosi vows to keep minimum wage provision in House bill, Harris could act, Fox News. Prince Harry opens up about royal family step back, it was destroying my mental health, HuffPost. NASA leaves hidden message on parachute of Mars rover, Fox News. Bruno Mars, Anderson. Pop team up for new band Silk Sonic, Rolling Stone. North Korea's borders are closed, but Russia says some of its citizens found a way out by trolley, The New York Times. iPhone 13 versus iPhone 12, rumored features, cameras and more compared, CNET. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. CPAC cancelled an anti-Semitic speaker, here are the extremists they didn't cancel. Cities voted for green building codes, now developers want to end voting. New movies and shows on Netflix in March. How the U.S. is killing off the death penalty. How to support a loved one who has long-haul COVID-19. 7 things in your house you've been using wrong all this time. How to get your kids to make their own damn snacks. Stephen Yeun on Minari, his most personal movie yet. Being fat is not a moral failure, here's how to teach your kids that. It didn't hurt at all, Queen Elizabeth urges vaccine-hesitant people to get COVID-19 shot. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. 14-year-old helps people find vaccine. Video, vet rescues passengers from fiery crash. Deaf wrestler's family wants apology, rematch. Fake Apple support stole $1,000 from woman. Family wants death penalty for gruesome murder. Student discriminated against for black king shirt. Baby dies when ambulance sent to wrong address. Library displays portraits to honor lives lost to COVID-19. Mom, daughter honored by city for saving stranger. 20 pounds of marijuana found during traffic stop. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, the New York Times. Positive virus tests decline in NY, but variants loom. Nigerian students are abducted in second kidnapping in just over a week. One Pfizer dose strongly protects those who've had virus, studies find. Odessa. Boeing 777 makes an emergency landing in Moscow after engine warning. Shamima Begum loses effort to return to UK and fight for citizenship. In a changing military, the army eases its rules for women's hair. Like a warm hug from an angel. University finds 18th century schoolhouse where black children learn to read. Sourdough on Shabbat, inside the city's kosher food revolution. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Prince Harry tells late-night host James Corden about royal ordeal, toxic UK press. Islanders score 5 and third, beat first-place Bruins 7-2. Mike Smith makes 32 saves, Oilers beat Canucks 3-0. Win $1,000 on Creighton Xavier with Fox Super 6. Antetokounmpo scores 38 as Bucks outlast Pelicans 129-125. Billie Holiday star Andra Day on what helped her most to play the real-life jazz singer. Dr. Robert Jeffress, Republican Civil War, which side will evangelicals choose? Mitchell leads number 22 SDSU past Boise State 78-66 in OT. Michigan State beats number 4 Ohio State 71-67, improves NCAA resume. Right, Horn lead Colorado 280-60 to rout of number 19 USC. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Friday, February 26th. The next headlines are from the seventh most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Cal Penn on the opportunity to join Clarice, I jumped at the chance, it's so different. Third stimulus check, when could you get another economic relief payment? CIT, a love story discovered in the Galapagos Islands. Paramount Plus is 1 week away, here's what's in store. Modest hero of forgotten war recalls historic rescue mission. Cherry Hill, New Jersey School District will require students to take African American history to graduate. Walton Goggins on the Unicorn's final few episodes of Season 2, you will laugh, there will be moments where you'll cry. Researchers developing rapid at-home COVID test that connects to your smartphone. Once-in-a-lifetime sighting, incredibly rare half-male, half-female cardinal spotted in Pennsylvania. The next headlines are from the eighth most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Alex Salmon prepares to give bombshell evidence to Holyrood inquiry. JCVI set to unveil COVID vaccine priority list once over 50s are jabbed. Prince Philip begins 11th day in hospital in his joint longest stay for at least a decade. Gordon Ramsay's quiz show nightmare, chef's primetime effort bank balance is slammed. COVID symptom tracker app estimates UK cases have leveled off at 9,500 a day and are not shrinking. Climate change has weakened the Gulf Stream system close to tipping point. Emmanuel Macron says he would take Oxford vaccine. Doodles are transformed into a pony, camel, lion and gorilla for BBC reality TV dog show. Coronavirus vaccines may help long COVID patients beat crippling fatigue. Gotcha, speed camera van driver caught scrolling through Facebook on her phone at 60 miles per hour. The following headlines are from the ninth most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. The end of Cold War thinking. Somalia's politicians strike a last-minute deal, but fears of conflict remain high. Hundreds of Nigerian schoolgirls taken in mass abduction. Checks to impose tighter lockdown amid UK variant surge. One woman's bomb-filled garden in Nagorno-Karabakh points to lingering perils from war. Somalia's opposition postpones protest over election delay. Bangladeshi's protest prison death of commentator. Officials, attack targets Afghan reporter's family, kills 3. Nigeria faces third mass kidnapping of schoolchildren in 3 months. Sailor who fell overboard clung to sea rubbish for 16 hours and survived. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. What the Neera Tanden affair reveals about the Washington, D.C. swamp. David Sirota. Coronavirus live news. First travelers to leave UK quarantine hotels. France could impose regional lockdowns. Japan minister opposes move to allow women to keep maiden names. The fight for $15 isn't just about justice, it's good economics. Stephen Greenhouse. Europa League last 16 draw, weekend team news and more. Live. COVID Angels, the volunteers helping at-risk strangers get vaccinated. More than 25 drink from the worst U.S. water systems, with Latinos most exposed. Shamima Begum loses court battle over UK citizenship. Billie Eilish's film shows post-Britney pop pressures are as tough as ever. Prince Harry defends Netflix's The Crown in James Corden interview. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Police raid far-right network in Germany. McConnell says he'd support Trump if he wins 2024 nomination. Queen says COVID vaccine is quick, painless and helps others. Lady Gaga's dog walker shot, French bulldogs stolen in LA. More than half of Americans want COVID-19 vaccine as soon as possible, poll. 2 U.S. Navy ships in Middle East facing COVID-19 outbreaks. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Biden takes first military action with strike on Iran-backed militias. Nigeria's Zamfara attack, hundreds of schoolgirls feared abducted. John Jeddert, ex-US Olympics coach found dead after sex assault charges. The young girl who became pen pal with Bollywood's biggest stars. Biden raises human rights in call with Saudi King Salman. Singapore, Britain jailed for breaking strict quarantine. COVID-19, Sri Lanka reverses anti-Muslim cremation order. Melissa Kaddick, missing fraud suspect's foot found on Australian beach. Ethiopia's Tigray crisis, how a massacre in the sacred city of Aksum unfolded. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. FDA committee to review Johnson & Johnson vaccine, Joe Biden urges unity with state governors, latest COVID-19 updates. On this day, February 26, 1962. Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine, which requires just one shot, is on track to become third allowed for use in U.S. Mass shootings hit a record high in 2020. Can COVID-19 vaccines bring peace in 2021? Spider-Man, also known as Tom Holland, climbs into dramatic shoes for Cherry. NBC adds sci-fi show The Brie 2 lineup. Conspiracy theories and lies drive rift within GOP. Joe Biden marks 15 vaccine doses in 37 days. South Korea, Hong Kong administer first vaccinations. 508K U.S. deaths. Latest COVID-19 updates. In sickness and in health, South Dakota man with genetic kidney disease receives life-saving transplant from his wife. U.S. targets Iranian militants in Syria. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. LA County COVID-19 hospitalizations hit 3-month low while MISC cases climb. Despite concerns over increasing student stress, standardized testing to go on with some limits. COVID-19 vaccines prioritized for California educators will focus on struggling communities. Riverside man arrested in Capitol riot after employer identifies him in news photo. Highway 1 washout near Big Sur expected to be fixed by summer. 4 reasons why Zoom is so exhausting and what you can do about it. Burning trash barrel sparks wind-driven fire in San Bernardino. I'm fully vaccinated. Can I hug a friend, eat indoors, see a movie? Here are answers. Earthquake, 3.5 quake recorded near American League Division Seriesburg, California. 2 workers critically injured in electrical explosion in downtown LA. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Friday, February 26, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Saudi Crown Prince implicated in Khashoggi murder, U.S. fines. Pakistan, India agree to immediate ceasefire, restoring 2003 truce. Biden launches airstrike against Iran-backed militia in Syria. Monarch butterflies down 26% in Mexico wintering grounds. United States carries out airstrike against Iranian-backed militia target in Syria, officials. Alexei Navalny, jailed Putin critic moved out of Moscow prison. Navalny lawyer Vadim Kobzev said he had arrived at the remand prison to meet his client only to be told that he was no longer there. WHO investigators looking into origins of coronavirus in China have discovered signs the outbreak in China was much wider in Wuhan in December 2019 than previously thought. 6,500 migrant workers have died in Qatar since it was named FIFA World Cup host. Enigmatic bird lost to science for 170 years rediscovered in Indonesia. Attempted coup, Armenia in turmoil as thousands take to streets, military jets buzz capital. Ghana becomes first low-income country to receive free COVID-19 vaccines. Dutch Parliament, China's treatment of Uyghurs is genocide. El Salvador certified as malaria-free by WHO. Gorilla loses appetite, lions develop cough after catching COVID-19 at Prague Zoo. Biden administration preparing to sanction Russia for SolarWinds hacks and the poisoning of an opposition leader. The next headlines are from Forbes. Treasure, BTS, NCT 127, Jongha and Kang Daniel, essential moves on this week's World Songs chart. MLB teams manipulating player service time is an old problem, says G. Norza, the former union official. Flamengo retains Brazilian crown after final day of drama and defeat. Denver Nuggets guard Facundo Campazzo is stealing the show, film study. Paving the way for the metaverse, exclusive interview with the CEO of Genies about the 3D avatar company's present and future. Tony winner Tanya Pinkins creates her own cinematic version of Get Out. Boeing fined $6.6 million for failing to comply with FAA rules. AT&T to spin off floundering DirecTV business. Battleground for electric vehicles is wide open, J.D. Power finds. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Breaking the binary by coming out as a trans scientist. COVID research updates. Trial hints that Pfizer vaccine could curb COVID transmission. How Europe's €100 billion science fund will shape 7 years of research. Webcast, How to write a great CV for academia and industry. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,688,478,016 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are In order: China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Dave Phillips, guitarist with Frank Black, Tommy Stinson and others, dies at 52. Taiwan denies residency visa to pro-Beijing producer Charles Huang. HFPA says it will implement an action plan to recruit black members. Billie Eilish, The World's a Little Blurry review, a very good documentary hangout movie. Ronald Pickup, actor in The Crown, Best Marigold Hotel, dies at 80. Disney TV execs and producers talk building a more inclusive talent pool. Hulu announces premiere dates for Love, Victor and The Handmaid's Tale, TV News Roundup. Amazon Studios exec says he was fired for flouting coach-only travel policy. Henry Jackman on stepping out of his comfort zone to score addiction drama Cherry. Most admired woman set at Australia's Aquarius Films exclusive. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. U.S. launches military airstrikes against Iranian-backed militants in Syria. Senate cannot vote on $15 minimum wage, parliamentarian rules. TikTok to pay $92 million to settle class action suit over theft of personal data. Former USA gymnastics coach charged with abuse dies by suicide. Capitol Police Chief, records prove immediate calls for military backup on January 6. NY Governor Cuomo accused of sexual harassment by former advisor in his administration. Reporters' video from inside Senate on January 6 shows a crowd prepared for violence. COVID-19 vaccine makers' booster shots aim at a moving target, coronavirus variants. Manhattan prosecutor receives Trump tax returns after lengthy legal battle. Biden administration, here are his cabinet members and key advisors. The following headlines are from The Week. U.S. airstrikes target Iranian-backed militia facilities in Syria. Senate parliamentarian, $15 minimum wage increase cannot be included in relief package. McConnell says he'll absolutely support Trump if he's the 2024 GOP nominee. Biden calls Saudi king ahead of expected release of Khashoggi report. House passes Equality Act, expanding LGBTQ discrimination protections. Former U.S. gymnastics coach dies by suicide after being charged with sex crimes. The Daily Gossip, a gunman shot Lady Gaga's dog walker and stole her dogs, Post Malone celebrates the Puckman anniversary, and more. Biden warns this is not a time to relax as COVID-19 cases decline. The week's good news, February 25, 2021. New York prosecutors finally have Trump's tax records, and the public will likely never see them. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Clogged toilets, snow inside, how the winter storm exacerbated problems in Texas lockups. The following headlines are from the NASA Mars Exploration Program. Testing proves its worth with successful Mars parachute deployment. The next headlines are from Universe Today. What a geologist sees when they look at Perseverance's landing site. These are the news headlines for today, Friday, February 26. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Photographer snags shot of yellow penguin. People sleep less before a full moon. Why does this galaxy look older than its years? Earth wind may generate water on the moon. Astrophysicists design radically different world map. The next news is from Politico. The vaccines that could stop COVID-19. Why state legislatures are still very white and very male. Biden's first 100 days. Facebook Supreme Court to receive new powers. Hard to see the path out, Cuomo besieges crises grow. Biden's minimum wage increase runs afoul of budget rules. McConnell would support Trump if he got 2024 Republican nomination. U.S. carries out airstrike in Syria after rocket attacks. House Democrats brace for floor fights with raw post-riot emotions. New York lawmakers grill Cuomo's health commissioner over nursing homes. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Stark realities on display in week 3 of earnings. Niece pleads guilty to murdering Greyhound trainer Karen Leak. Budget numbers improve but bottom line still deeply red. Amnesty defends stripping Navalny of prison of conscience status. Liberals dealt a blow with Scott Morrison to skip WA election appearance. Gallery, the best photos from around the world. Davis tells court the burden of samurai sword killing drove him to attempt suicide. Club members, the priority is 50% capacity for MCG, Marvel unveiled. Australian scientists sound alarm on ecosystem collapse. And is accidental MD, how David Anderson rose to the top of the ABC. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. MarketWatch first take, Airbnb and DoorDash offer Wall Street differing post-pandemic futures as stocks head in different directions. Bond report, U.S. government bonds just staged epic yield climbs, what's next? Will 5G ever live up to the hype? One medical CEO denies clinics gave COVID-19 vaccines to ineligible clients, unless they abused our trust. Capitol report, first skirmish in minimum wage battle lost, but Bernie Sanders still has secret weapon for future procedural fights. Deep dive, these NASDAQ 100 stocks fell the most on February 25th. Why Verizon, AT&T and T-Mobile just spent $80 billion in an auction, and what it will mean for 5G. Americans cannot file their income taxes fast enough, but they should brace for some unwelcome news in their 2020 returns. Capitol report, $15 minimum wage won't make it into Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID relief package, but lawmakers have other options. Would McConnell support Trump as 2024 presidential nominee? Absolutely. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. 17 black inventors who changed the tech world, digital trends. L-Expert boosting tech IP during COVID, L-Expert. Should you get a patent to protect your startup, business to community? Binghamton University professor elected senior member of National Academy of Inventors, Newswise. From a commercially viable light bulb to the super soaker, check out America's Black Inventors, cnsnews.com. Scibiotherapeutics is pioneering the next generation of targeted psychoactive medications, Proactive Investors USA and Canada. Top 100 Global Innovators 2021, Lixology. AI lacks legal personality to invent, argues USPTO, World Intellectual Property Review, World Intellectual Property Review. Form 10K Cyclerion Therapeutics, 4, December 31st StreetInsider.com. How to safeguard AI technology, patents versus trade secrets, IPWatchdog.com. The next headlines are from Quartz. DoorDash's first earnings report as a public company was a mixed bag. The U.S.'s historic failures to support Latinos have led to low vaccination rates. What is COS and why did its stock climb 81% in 2 days? McKinsey's partners will choose between 2 white men as their next leader. Paramount Plus wants to be the go-to streaming service for Gen X. A second crisis looms for U.S. nursing homes. Costco has broken through the $15 minimum wage barrier. The new chair of the House Space Committee isn't sure about Moon 2024. Yield curve pioneer Campbell Harvey says inflation is a growing threat. Nursing homes owned by private equity have higher death rates. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. The internet has enabled independent journalism to flourish in Russia, for now, at least. Another report shows U.S. consumers don't get the broadband speeds they pay for. How we created a virtual workshop to help a group of brilliant thinkers explore positive futures around AI. Tennessee politicians ask state colleges to forbid student athletes from kneeling during the national anthem. Daily Deal, the complete logo design in Photoshop course. DRM screws people yet again. Book DRM data breach exposes reporters' emails and passwords. Comcast forced to back off broadband cap expansion until next year. Supreme Court rolls back another horrible qualified immunity decision by the Fifth Circuit. Stadia fallout. Nobody can address Stadia games bugs because Google fired all the developers. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Syria. Rachel Levine. Xbox. Full moon. Xbox Live. John Jeddert. Zachary type Brian home improvement. Mr. Potato Head. Purim. Russell Wilson. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Amazon-owned Twitch removes anti-union ads pushed by parent company after media and users complain. Stunning and brave, Oreo cookie called out for marketing ploy after tweeting trans people exist. U.S. strike in Syria at Biden's orders destroys multiple facilities of Iranian-backed militia, Pentagon. EU declares head of Venezuela's diplomatic mission persona non grata in tit-for-tat after expulsion of European envoy. U.S. Olympic gymnastics coach who worked with abusive Dr. Nasser commits suicide after being charged with sexual assault himself. As troop withdrawal nears, police say militias aim to blow up Capitol, kill as many members as possible during Biden's so too. As Telegram and Parler gain traction, Twitter tries to keep users by introducing paid super followers. Step on it, Russian diplomats forced to push trolley to depart from North Korea, video. Deputy mayor wants Paris back under 3-week lockdown, despite opposition. You don't have to worry, Amnesty reveals it snubs inconvenient media and rights issues in prank call with Navalny ally. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Deeply unfair move, Baltimore strippers protest city's COVID-19 restrictions. Luongo, the greening of the grid froze Texas. Japanese 10Y blows out above YCC barrier, but in the US yields are already sliding. Secretly, Biden's foreign policies are Trump's foreign policies. California collapsing. It's bananas. 72% of U.S. homebuyers say pandemic disrupted plans. In final days, Trump gave up on forcing release of Russia agate files, Nunes investigator says. Biden carries out airstrikes in Syria targeting Iranian-backed militia. McConnell says he'd absolutely back Trump if he's 2024 GOP nominee. New California bill would fine retailers with separate girls and boys sections. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Dutch parliament says China's treatment of Uyghurs is genocide. Michael Sommerer, PNG's father of the nation, dead at 84. U.S. attacks Iranian-backed military infrastructure in Syria. Killings in Aksum by Eritrea troops may amount to war crimes. Follow the money, Myanmar coup puts pressure on army businesses. First asylum seekers from Mexico's Matamoros border camp enter U.S. Trial of U.S. citizen charged with terrorism in Venezuela to begin. U.S. President Biden, Saudi King Salman discuss end to Yemen war. Israel freezes plan to send vaccines to foreign allies. Halfway there, Biden marks 50 million COVID-19 jabs. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Biden orders U.S. military strikes against infrastructure used by Iranian-backed militias in Syria. DHS officials warn of migration crisis, prepare for border searches now. 7 radical demands in the Equality Act. Texas governor considers lifting statewide COVID restrictions. Biden's HHS nominee does not rule out taxpayer-funded health care for illegal aliens. Gretchen Whitmer administration refuses to answer questions about nursing home policy. 3 House Republicans voted for Equality Act, permitting men to compete in female sports. House Democrats, free border crossers into U.S. to stop coronavirus spread in foreign countries. Anti-Trump professor, dying GOP replicating Soviet Communist Party. McConnell, I would absolutely support Trump as GOP presidential nominee in 2024. The next headlines are from UPI News. Stop for gas earns Michigan woman a $500,000 lottery jackpot. Man from Ireland becomes world's oldest ice-mile swimmer. Look, Illinois police seeking owner of belligerent guinea fowl. 57-year-old photo, baptism certificate found during kitchen remodeling. Watch, University of Michigan library closed after venomous spiders found. Runaway cat reunited with family after 14 years in Britain. Italian weightlifter breaks Guinness record with 6-minute deadlift. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. Terrifying National Park Stories Part 2. Terrifying National Park Stories Part 1. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Cuddling in freezing temperatures, newborn calf and border collie become adorable best friends. This man makes amazing origami art, folding single sheets of paper for months at a time. Boosting natural nitric oxide levels in the lungs is a possible treatment for COVID-19, study finds. If anyone needs to stay positive, just validate their feelings, study says. Spanish city is squeezing green electricity from leftover oranges. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Friday, February 26th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Republican asks for a moment of silence for Rush Limbaugh during LGBTQ Equality Act debate. Over a week after Rush Limbaugh died, Rep. Ralph Norman wanted the House to take a moment of silence for the notorious homophobe during the historic LGBTQ debate. Man faked his own kidnapping because he didn't want to go to work. Poconos woman linked to alien reptile cult must stay jailed for killing boyfriend, court rules, LehighValleyLive.com. Settling the beef, Orlando attorney John Morgan dons meat sweats in Arby's apology video. Police, missing chicken, loud, belligerent, non-cooperative, foul-smelling, won't leave. If you have lost your chicken, call us. Hasbro rebranding Mr. Potato Head as gender-neutral Potato Head later this year. Newest Las Vegas slot machine is 11 stories tall and dispenses used cars. Dodge was maddeningly close to releasing an off-road minivan in the 90s. Newly discovered nanochameleon is world's smallest known reptile. 2 dead after undercover cops shoot at each other in Philippines drug bust. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Twitter's new communities and super follows will make it more like Facebook and Patreon. How to shift your AI focus from accuracy to value. AI-powered information operations and new citizenship. Robot artist gets its first major exhibition, but is it truly creative? Bollywood movies continue to associate beauty with fair skin, AI study finds. Stop listening to your yes-bit brain if you want to grow. This teensy Chinese F outsold Tesla last month, and it's cheaper than some e-bikes. These 10 tools can help any freelancer be more productive and make more money. A handy list of India's new rules for policing social media and streaming platforms. Just how big are Elon Musk and Bill Gates' carbon footprints? You might be surprised. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Chip simplifies COVID-19 testing, delivers results on a phone. Comet makes a pit stop near Jupiter's asteroids. Drive-through type test to detect viral infections in bacteria. Understanding the evolution of SARS and COVID-19 type viruses. Abnormal sodium levels in hospitalized patients with COVID-19 predict death or respiratory failure. Openly available toolkit to help lab-based coronavirus research. Vitamin D deficiency does not increase risk of type 1 diabetes, study finds. 2 new genes linked to Alzheimer's disease discovered. Study estimates 2/3 of COVID-19 hospitalizations due to 4 conditions. Gulf Stream system at its weakest in over a millennium. The next headlines are from Information Week. Does DevSecOps require observability to get the job done? This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Friday, February 26th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA to begin high-voltage ground testing on all-electric X-57. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Utah Senate kills then resurrects bill to eliminate signature-gathering path for candidates. Provo officer expected to survive after being shot, as well as the alleged gunman. Utah hoops blown out by UCLA at the Huntsman Center, 76-61. Linebacker Brandon Cahoe commits to Utah. Utah House Committee refuses to hear bill filed in wake of Reyes pro-Trump actions. NBA opens investigation into alleged racist comment by Utah Jazz VP Dennis Lindsey. Utah Senate votes in support of bill to keep people from party switching. Bagley cartoon, sleight of hand. 4 big Salt Lake County arts venues are reopening soon. Taiwanese drama wins top honors at the virtual Slamdance Film Festival. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Google pledges changes to research oversight after internal revolt. Facebook is considering facial recognition for its upcoming smart glasses. Electronic Arts cancels Gaia game after years in development. Amazon gives Code.org $15 million to reimagine advanced placement CSA. PlayStation is winding down Sony Japan studio. Twitter announces paid super follows to let you charge for tweets. Lawmaker proposing Grand Theft Auto ban says video game contributes to carjackings. Facebook, WhatsApp and Twitter face new rules in India. Australia passes law to make Google, Facebook pay for news. Nvidia made $5 billion during a GPU shortage and expects to do it again in Q1. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Drivers beware, I-64 shutdown is this weekend. Frustrations mount over long vaccine lines in Belleville. St. Louis police, shooting in Baden tied to car accident. Golf courses reopen after stretch of harsh winter weather. Boeing will pay $6.6 million to settle FAA allegations. Who's eligible under Phase 1B Tier 3 in Missouri's COVID-19 vaccination plan? U.S. carries out airstrikes against Iranian-backed militia facilities in Syria. Missouri school bus driver charged with restraining student. St. Louis man pleads guilty to murder for hire, witness tampering, drug charges. Ameren, Missouri upgrading power infrastructure in North St. Louis County ahead of spring storm season. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Amendment would ban prison labor in California. New effort encourages electric scooter riders to park them back in corrals. Judge denies request to reopen in lawsuit brought by 25 gyms. Hospitalizations keep falling as county reports 519 COVID-19 cases, 30 more deaths. North County parents sue to get kids back in class sooner. Secretary of Defense thanks USS Nimitz crew for lengthy deployment. Teachers look forward to getting vaccinated Saturday. U.S. carries out airstrikes against Iranian-backed militia facilities in Syria. Fauci, whatever vaccine is available, take it. House could vote on Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID-19 relief package, $1,400 checks Friday. The next headlines are from SpookNews.com. Bloody scene, GPS evidence led investigators to bodies of Portage couple. Unity crumbling, Verhofstadt orders EU to get act together on Russia, Nord Stream 2 fury. 55 years after execution in Syria, Israeli spy Eli Cohen still makes headlines, the media line. Watchdog reviews former engineer's complaint that FBI unfairly investigated a missed Chinese spy. Experts tell California Public Utility Commission to brace for higher electricity rates. Caring friend jailed over 2 years for stalking and blackmailing woman in Luton. Amazon's lack of public disclosure on SolarWinds hack angers lawmakers. A Beautiful Spy by Rachel Hoare, an intensely poignant, emotional and passionate tale, book review. Hazelwood School District official puts hidden camera in foster son's bedroom. 15 great spy books for kids who love spy stories book riot. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Israeli military selects CH-53K King Stallion as new transport helicopter. U.S. Marine Corps uses its newest ACVs during exercise in 29 Palms. Russia receives requests for Su-57E fighters from foreign customers. Russian army orders more Chinese SUVs. Ukrainian army expected to receive new Kozak-2M1 combat vehicles later this year. Turkish hunter-killer unmanned aircraft passes 300,000 flight hours milestone. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. WeDoctor plans to file for long-rumored Hong Kong IPO. Chinese lingerie brand apologizes for joke about workplace sexism. One Song Under Heaven, a history of China's national anthems. Chinese youth find pandemic relief in the form of role-playing. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Friday, February 26, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Recall Newsom organizers say goal nearly met. Sonoma sheriffs make arrests after finding stolen cars, roosters bred to fight. Twitter announces super follows, and not everyone is happy about it. 4-month-old puppy stolen from car near Union Square. COVID-19 bill cannot include $15 minimum wage hike, Senate referee says. U.S. bombs facilities in Syria used by Iran-backed militia. One medical loses vaccines after reportedly vaccinating ineligible people. As hospital numbers fall, fatigued staff get relief at last. I-280 off-ramp in SF reopens after sinkhole repaired. DNA match leads to arrest in 1989 violent rape, attempted murder in San Mateo. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Wilson scores winner on power play, Capitals beat Penguins. Golfers having a ball at Cantigny driving range, so workers must do the big pick in snow. Man who raped and murdered Elgin toddler released on parole. No more passing the cash as tollway makes all electronic system permanent. State vaccinates a record 130,021 people Wednesday as case counts keep dropping. Elgin woman remembered as a personal friend of the city council. Churchill Downs commits to horse racing in Illinois, but not at Arlington. Naperville boutique giving free 26 gowns to frontline, essential workers. All politics are local. Palatine League organizes 16 virtual election forums. Mr. Potato Head goes gender neutral, sort of. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Frasier is back, beloved Seattle sitcom to get a reboot 17 years after finale. Game Changers, Seattle Art Museum receives gift of 19 artworks, worth approximately $400 million. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Kazakhstan, Russia. Drought is ongoing in Bolivia, Brazil. Drought is ongoing in Iraq, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Congo, DRC, Namibia. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone 2021. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Volcanic eruption is ongoing for Etna in Italy. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Friday, February 26th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Texas federal judge rules CDC eviction moratorium unconstitutional. U.S. military conducts airstrike against Iran-backed militia in Syria. Rice University develops 2 new innovative tools to detect COVID-19. Lady Gaga's dog stolen in Hollywood, man walking French bulldog shot. Equality Act, House votes to expand legal safeguards for LGBTQ people. 3 new COVID-19 variants emerging in Houston area, study findings show. Costco raises its minimum wage above rivals like Amazon, Target and Best Buy. Women who got last dose at NRG Park recounts experience as more vaccine slots open up. Houston area evictions continue for renters unaware of relief programs. Lee Daniels and Andra Day take on Billie Holiday's legacy in new Hulu film. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Kane's 399th goal pushes Blackhawks past Blue Jackets 2-0. Key steps in making Chinese ancient instrument Guqin unveiled. Nets rout Magic 129-92, run NBA leading win streak to 8. All-Stars Embiid, Simmons lead 76ers past Dallas 111-97. McElhinney leads Lightning to 3-1 win over Hurricanes. Panthers stun Stars 3-2 with late rally. Zacha scores 117 into OT and Devils 4-3 win over Sabres. Review, Billie Eilish, Unfiltered, in new documentary. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Extra, forget about your house of cards, try this fragmentary time waster. New report details how NYC arts sector has been devastated by the pandemic. Skipping the line, how some menyers get vaccinated without an appointment. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. Peter Luger and Madame Tussauds team up for pandemic-era dystopian dining experience. Red Hook man killed in city's second end-run fatality in 24 hours. As middle schoolers return to classrooms, de Blasio hints at reopening enrollment for in-person learning. Terrence Monahan, NYPD's top uniformed officer, announces his retirement. The most expensive election in NYC history, why deep pocket attacks are laser-focused on city council races. Early edition, NYC can go back to being an anarchist city in peace. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Light earthquake, 4.9 mag was detected near the Loyalty Islands. Light earthquake 4.2 mag, 38 kilometers N of Sancho Corral, Argentina. Light earthquake, 4.4 mag was detected near the Loyalty Islands. Light earthquake, 4.7 mag strikes near the Loyalty Islands. Light earthquake 4.2 mag, Fiji region. Minor earthquake, 2.9 mag was detected near Stanley in Idaho. Light earthquake, M4.2 quake has struck near Telluride in Iran. Minor earthquake, 3.9 mag was detected near Adak in Alaska. Light earthquake, M4.9 quake has struck near Torokhem in Russia. Light earthquake, M4.8 quake has struck near Kermadec Islands region. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Energy crisis, tribal behavior or quality decisions based on conscious trade-offs. Ending inequality is everyone's business. Lebanon, a lion pit for journalism. UN Peacebuilding Commission must prioritize protecting youth activists facing retaliation. A growing shift in the narrative about climate action. Drug use is a health issue, we need to decriminalize. Western Sahara, Africa's last colony, to resume liberation struggle on hold since 1991. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Israel adopts law allowing names of unvaccinated to be shared. 6,500 Asian workers died building FIFA World Cup 2022 stadiums in Qatar. New bill will ban Grand Theft Auto, other violent video games to prevent carjackings. High school band practice in Wenatchee, WA. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Did Stevie Wonder say he's moving to Ghana? Did NHS warn against Gwyneth Paltrow's COVID-19 advice? Is pandemicide a new word coined to describe Trump's COVID-19 response? Conservative gathering to feature Trump's false fraud claims. What is fascism? McPlant on the way at McDonald's from Beyond Meat. Oklahoma officer charged in black man's fatal shooting. Did NASA reject Hillary Clinton's childhood dream of becoming an astronaut? Is this Toyger kitten photo real? Mount Etna puts on its latest spectacular show. The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Post spread fake Biden tweet about Coca-Cola, diversity training. Biden hasn't produced COVID-19 testing at the border. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Ex-CIA chief gives JFK assassination some QAnon-style spin. Seth Meyers loses it over Trump's loyal Chihuahua Lindsey Graham. Dems say, we're dead if we don't deliver on minimum wage. Mitch McConnell says he'll support Trump in 2024 after blaming him for Capitol riot. Shockingly real Tom Cruise deepfakes are invading TikTok. From Green to Rand Paul, Republicans' transphobia has left me utterly sick. Fox host attacks Chris Hayes, says he would have been a traitor during Revolutionary War. Putin may have triggered an attempted coup in Armenia after PM insulted his missiles. Liberal Twitter mob heaps racist, sexist abuse on WAPA reporter for doing her job. Teen had suicidal and homicidal thoughts before killing disabled sister, cops. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Lincoln Center will return with outdoor performances. Yankees Aaron Hicks feeling 100% with big home run goal. Peter Gotti, former Gambino crime boss, dead at 81. Curtis Sliva accused of boosting mayoral campaign on his radio program. Emmanuel quickly puts on show for Knicks fans and win. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. The sky this week. Enter the snow moon. Infinity and Beyond. Episode 16, Pluto's Icy Heart. Watch fly through the Crab Nebula's delicate heart. In pictures, relive the 2020 annular eclipse of the sun. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Biden administration marks 50 million coronavirus shots in first 5 weeks in office. CBS News poll, many would get vaccine, but hesitancy remains. A shot of hope, vaccine questions answered. Dr. Fauci answers COVID vaccine questions in CBS and special. A shot of hope, Dr. Fauci answers your questions. A shot of hope, returning to school and work. A shot of hope, getting the vaccine. A shot of hope, medical mistrust and access. Everything to know about NASA's Mars Ingenuity helicopter. Touchdown confirmed, NASA rover lands on Mars. The following headlines are from alienUFOsightings.com. Every UFO document the Central Intelligence Agency has is now available for public download, and it's crazy. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Exclusive, Manhattan DA's top deputy Karen Anafilo lands at law firm Garagos Global. Crayons ready to eat are finally here, good news if you're a Marine. House passes Equality Act to provide long-sought legal protections for LGBTQ+ people. Virginia man busted for 2 DUIs in 9 hours, cops. U.S. bombs Iran-backed militia in Syria at President Biden's order. Sailor in middle of Pacific Ocean clings to old fishing buoy for 16 hours after tumbling overboard. Wisconsin firefighter wounded after loaded gun goes off inside burning building. Black Lives Matter Foundation awards 3,000 survival fund grants to black families struggling in pandemic. Oreo cookie tweets trans people exist. Canadian cops bust streetwise seal. The following headlines are from military.com. Biden orders airstrikes on Iranian-backed militias in Syria after rocket attacks. Yes, there is a pink tax on women's military uniforms, report finds. Pandemic thwarted efforts to track sexual assaults at military service academies. Fort Bliss commander wants leaders in barracks more often to stop sexual harassment, assault. Space Force may add more technical sergeant ranks, Topco says. Red Air Mirage F-1B slides off runway at Tyndall Air Force Base, pilots' conditions unknown. Dozens of House Democrats call on Biden to give up sole nuclear launch authority. Pioneering female Ranger school grad, lowering fitness standards for women is a bad idea. Kadena Airman pleads guilty to recording, distributing lewd video without subject's consent. Troops at US-Mexico border could stay there for 3 to 5 years, report says. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Madigan picks another House successor after quickly forcing out his first choice over alleged questionable conduct. Groundwater running out in northeastern Illinois. Video gambling license fees temporarily halved under COVID-19 relief bundle approved by Cook County Board. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, United Center to serve as COVID-19 vaccination site, sources say, more than 130,000 vaccine doses administered as state blows past previous daily record. Illinois administers record 130,000 plus vaccines, as expansion of eligibility opens outside Chicago and Cook County. Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene attacks Illinois U.S. Rep. Marie Newman's transgender daughter in feud over LGBTQ rights. The Spin, Marie Newman vs. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Madigan successor 2.0 activists lambast Cook County for sending COVID-19 money to sheriff's office. Corrections and clarifications. Black Chicago police officers band together for new voice during reckoning over racism in law enforcement. Motorist feared arrest when he fled traffic stop, ran red light and fatally hit woman crossing street in Englewood, prosecutors say. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Trophic levels are an insufficient measure of sustainability for today's aquaculture policy. Compilation of research on PFAS in the environment. Southern exposure, cold wreaks havoc on aging waterworks. Smaller plates help reduce food waste in campus dining halls. Getting ahead of climate change. Post-wildfire landslides becoming more frequent in Southern California. Scientists develop laser system that generates random numbers at ultra-fast speeds. Skeletons reveal humans evolved to fight pathogens. Scientists induce artificial magnetic texture in graphene. Theory could accelerate push for spintronic devices. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Friday, February 26th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Is the world running out of oil? Who was the first scientist? Scientists say climate change will continue to drive disease outbreaks. 15 best magnesium supplements on the market. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Jones leads Weber straight past Sacramento Street 82-73. Gagner's hat trick leads Red Wings past Predators 5-2. Tyus Jones, defense lead Grizzlies past Clippers 122-94. Bernard scores 19 as UCLA keeps Utah at arm's length 76-61. Quickly, Randall lead Knicks to 140-121 rout of Kings. Flamengo defends Brazilian title despite defeat at Sao Paulo. Davis powers number 20 Tennessee women past Missouri 78-73. Randolph scores 27 to lift Florida A&M past SC State 75-67. Mount St. Mary's tops St. Francis in OT behind Chongqing. Fairleigh Dickinson tops Sacred Heart 82-69. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. What is this mystery building off I-680, and those huge parking lots off I-880, roadshow? San Mateo, after 32 years, suspect arrested in rape, attempted murder case. Review, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury hints at a new direction for franchise. Bay Area TV Sports, what to watch this weekend. San Jose, recent shootings linked to alleged illicit nightclub activity, COVID-19 violations. San Jose drops plan for dozens of new digital billboards, so why will some still go up? Oakland Unified wants students back in school next month. We cannot shoot our way out of this, Parks District considers new policy after fatal cat shootings. Senate official, minimum wage increase cannot be in COVID bill. 3 big things from SF Giants spring training, Cueto's stuff shines, Slater on MLBPA duties, Lefty fulfills childhood dream. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Davis sets Horizon tourney records with 46 points, 10 threes. Man arrested after Arsenal seized at Sacramento area home. Massive day-long foam recycling plant burns into the night. Health officials say genome sequencing will help ID variants. Jen Psaki questioned Donald Trump's Syria airstrikes in 2017 tweet. Push to reopen Statehouse grows as staff offered vaccines. Rep. Herrera Beutler censured over Trump impeachment vote. Hong Kong kicks off COVID-19 vaccinations with Sinovac jab. Ninth Circuit eyes California ban on high-capacity magazines. Senate approves open carry ban at Capitol, permitted rallies. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Environmental group charges EPA with ignoring evidence of cancer. Democrats pressure Biden on U.S. backing for Saudi war in Yemen. More than 2 years after viral chokehold video, NYPD officer has faced no discipline. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Friday, February 26, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Short-term climate modeling forecasts drought for southeast U.S. Preventing seizures after brain injury could stave off dementia. Johns Hopkins study shows mother's diet may boost immune systems of premature infants. Cryptic fleshy coat aids larvae in crawling on a moss carpet. Weakness is strength for this low-temperature battery. What motivates natural resource policymakers in Africa to take action on climate change? Graphene filter makes carbon capture more efficient and cheaper. Forced complete coronavirus model shows cooperation. Study uncovers flaws in process for maintaining state voter rolls. Social dilemma follows 2018 eruption of Kilauea volcano. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Man fatally shot in Austin, police. Chris Bryant pleased with team's communication after another off-season of trade rumors. 8 almost enough, endorsements make all. Harris clear front-runner in race to lead state Democratic Party. Billie Eilish, the world's a little blurry, inside the singer's dual lives as busy pop star and moody teen. Madigan appointment 2.0, new successor sworn in to replace the guy who only lasted 3 days. Sunshine in Madigan's 13th ward, sort of, but it sure wasn't in the forecast. Isaiah Barnes, Jalen Griffith help Simeon hold off jury's upset bid. The inside story about Rep. Marie Newman, Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene and their transgender rights fight. Coronavirus Live blog, February 25, 2021, Illinois tops old one-day COVID vaccination record by 37%. 60-degree temperature swing forecast to cap wild February weather in Chicago. The feed from the Riverfront Times St. Louis has been removed for putting advertisements in its news RSS feed. Missouri teachers and childcare workers can get COVID vaccine starting March 15. DoorDash carjacking, 3 arrested, cops injured in car chase crash. Unpaid family caregivers now eligible for vaccine in Missouri. BioFit probiotic reviews, is it an effective weight loss formula, all natural ingredients, any side effects? ProstaStream reviews, is it a scam, does it work, safe ingredients, any side effects? The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. The Great Lakes Coffee Roasting Company expands to Florida. We want to get murdered in these cute Wi-Fi-less cabins with phone lock boxes in western Michigan. Rapper Burner's Cookies dispensary expands to Kalamazoo. Black lead food, land justice groups, land leads to self-determination. Neo-Nazis plan to establish white nationalist compound in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. Detroit's expanded Good Neighbor program allows anyone over 55 to get vaccinated if they escort an eligible Detroit senior. Nita FWB, Friends with Benefits, Top 10 Best FWB Dating Apps and Sites. Sterling Heights cop on unpaid leave after racist Facebook post exposed. The best scar cream in 2021, a review of Skinception Dermaface FX7, TM. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Friday, February 26, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. FEMA vaccine jabs begin with long lines as city appointments fill in a blink. Don't buy that generator just yet. Upcoming Houston food events. Taste your way through Katie's best restaurants. Houston Texans, GM Nick Caserio roster purge begins. Best virtual bets, Aztec Tales, French films, and Sin Muros. The next headlines are about world records making news. 89-year-old Woodstock woman sets new indoor rowing world record, CTV Toronto. Second Napier teenager aims to beat longest world record, on a swing, Stuff Co. NZ. Cows Williams set world record in 1936, U.S. Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association. Double dip, Aiden Hayes sets pair of national high school records at Oklahoma Champs, Swimming World Magazine. The ticker, Tokyo fan decision in April, Puma declares war on U.S. OPC marks, hurdles world record for U.S.'s Grant Holloway, the Sports Examiner. Nahyan bin Mubarak unveils Guinness World Records The Journey of Humanity, WOM on. Italian weightlifter breaks Guinness record with 6-minute deadlift, UPI News. Photos, Dubai Water Park to get world first aqua adventures, Khaleej Times. Irish grandfather bags Guinness World Record as oldest ice mile swimmer on record, Irish Post. Chesapeake man breaks 27-year-old world record in 60-meter hurdles, The Daily Progress. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. AT&T sells minority stake in its struggling DirecTV business. Xbox Live has been down for hours with users unable to log in. Update, it's back. LinkedIn's co-founder is going in on flying taxis, which are definitely realistic this time. Leave the plus alone already. America's leaders have no clue what to do about disinformation. Hey Facebook, how about not? The Pentagon sent a pizza box-sized solar panel into space, but I'm sure everything is fine. Twitter passes stimulus package for the very online. Samsung's Buy and Try program lets you take its foldable phones for a 100-day test drive. Why yes, I would love to build my own customizable, upgradable, totally reparable laptop. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Nadi in Fiji at 107.24 degrees Fahrenheit or 41.8 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Vostok in Antarctica at minus 68.26 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 55.7 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Preview, thought-provoking sci-fi drama Bliss works on multiple levels. Final Fantasy VI Remake Intergrade leads latest PlayStation game reveal event. CDC's Vaccine Finder aims to help you find COVID shots, but needs a lot of work. The genetics of relatively healthy obesity. AT&T announces deal to spin off DirecTV into new company owned by AT&T. Google reportedly promises change to research team after high-profile firings. Code execution flaw in VMware has a severity rating of 9.8 out of 10. Paramount Plus will carry new Star Trek series Strange New Worlds and Prodigy. Get a recommended pair of wireless noise-canceling headphones for $68 today. Valve has to provide some Steam sales data to Apple, judge says. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Boehner says blame the wine for his profane advice on what Ted Cruz should do to himself, report. Chief insider Ted Cruz slammed by CNN's Cuomo for claiming Democrats are lawless. Trump Jr. whines on Fox News that Republicans did not do enough to overturn the election. Trump comes to the defense of GOP senator who voted to acquit him. Pelosi refuses to remove minimum wage hike from stimulus after parliamentarian rules it out of order. Biden Syria strike could complicate dicey restarted talks with Iran, CNN's Caitlin Collins. Here is the plan B to raise wages after $15 an hour move was killed by Senate parliamentarian. Biden orders airstrikes on Syria, targeting Iranian-backed militias, reports. Minimum wage won't be in stimulus unless Kamala Harris overrules the Senate parliamentarian. Jim Jordan ignores pandemic and rant against Biden's stimulus bill. Time to get back to normal. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. 2 controversial detention centers will reportedly stop holding families long-term. Please don't kill me, Angelo Quinto pleaded. The cops kneeled on his neck for 4 minutes. Senate parliamentarian kills the dream of a $15 minimum wage, for the moment. The House just voted to protect gay and transgender rights. Illegal alien no more, the Biden administration drops the label. Why do meatpacking workers face such gruesome conditions? Voters of both parties want to ditch plutocracy and election rigging. Zoom just added free captions after a hard-of-hearing health reporter shines a light. Biden nominates 3 to USPS board, threatening embattled Postmaster General DeJoy. The climate crisis may threaten all that depends on the Colorado River. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. 5 minutes with Sergei Strakov, preparing for Q-Day, Security Magazine. GPS coordinates fly to Mars, JPL seeks extraterrestrial communication link, inside GNSS. Titan's atmosphere recreated in an Earth laboratory, phys.org. The following items are today's top search results for the term neural plasticity. Tau, enabler of diverse brain disorders and target of rapidly evolving therapeutic strategies, science. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. Remembering Mechnikov in the time of COVID-19, Gordon 2021, Wiley. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Friday, February 26, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Airline confirms encounter with cylindrical-shaped UFO over New Mexico. Cylindrical-shaped UFO zooms past commercial airliner, as reported by pilot. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Friday, February 26, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. True Strange News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno@xenomails2021 by True Strange News. All rights reserved.